Andrade.
Which we're going to talk about right now.
Oh shit.
So this, I don't want to disrespect this fight too much, but there are two fights on this card that I could not give a solitary fuck about, and I'm gonna ask people in the comments to drop a comment and see if you can guess what the other one is. Be interested to see what people say. So anyway, we've got Jessica Andrade and Mariana Rodriguez. This one actually kind of reminds me of the conversation we had last week regarding if trans athletes should be allowed to get in the cage and beat women up. I don't know what made me think of that. It's weird.
I don't know.
It came to mind.
Left field.
Yeah, it's weird. Just suddenly sprang to mind. Yeah.
Who knew?
Anyway, so as we're gonna stick to the same format, I'm gonna let you go first on this one. Who do you think gets their hand raised, and how do you think they get the job done?
So I am not as low on this fight as most people, because I actually like Marina Rodriguez. I think that she's a very capable fighter. Once she reaches the upper echelon and faces people who throw in a little bit of grappling, she starts to have issues. But she's got hands. She's got very good striking. And I think that this fight will hinge on what Jessica Andrade decides to do. If Jessica decides to be stubborn about, striking, not changing levels, not showing her anything different, Marina is very good at keeping her range, and she'll just keep it at range and just pepper her. But if Jessica remembers who she is, remembers the grappling it has, and spices things up, that overhand right's going to be there, and she'll be able to land it. I am going to bank on Jessica Andrade remembering who she is and taking what she did in that Mackenzie Dern fight and bringing that into this fight and putting Marina against the fence and imploring her game. So I think that Jessica wins, but I don't think she finishes her. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision.
Interesting. What do you reckon, CJ?
I'm kind of with you, Frankie, on this one. I really don't want to watch.
I learned my lesson about talking about women's fights like this. Never again.
You fucking picked Irina Danya. That's different. Like, she can box. Here, Marina, yeah, she's a good striker. Just to make my pick, I'm gonna go Jessica Andrade. Maybe a TKO. I'll go TKO. Jessica Andrade. You're right about the distance for Marina, but I don't know. She seems kind of smaller to Andrade in comparison, but she may be quicker though. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a very exciting fight.
Yeah, very really exciting. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
This is the one I'm paying my ticket for.
Yeah, I'm not hating that. I like Andrade. But I you know what went over my head was the letting I don't even want to repeat it. Never mind. Let's move on. What do you think, Frankie?
Speaking of over your head, Marina is 5'6", Jessica's 5'1". So keep that in mind when you think about reaching her with that overhand right.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just kind of default to the shorter person getting in the pocket situation.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's the target thing, isn't it? It's like, because obviously there was always a belief that like taller people have the advantage, but it's the punching down, punching up thing that we always talk about. It's like,
yeah,
Andrade, like I said, it's there. I just think Andrade is a weird one because obviously like she's lost 3 in her last 5, but again, those 3 losses were against Erin Blanchfield, Yan Xiaonan, who absolutely starched her, and Tatiana Suarez. But the thing that people kind of forget is she was going through a really bad divorce at the time.
True.
And as the husband, obviously, was pretty much taking every fight she could get to pay her way through all that mess. So
No,
I just realized what you said.
but it's true though. She
She's the
was
husband.
like she
She
was the husband. Like
Oh man, your wife's your husband.
she might have actually said that, like not necessarily in those words, but like she was
Yeah.
the breadwinner, the head of the household,
The
so
head
to
of the
speak.
household, yeah. She was the one who was definitely sweating financially when that went down. And I think that matters.
Yeah.
She was literally, it felt like she was taking a fight every 6 weeks.
And the Aaron
She
one
didn't
was
care
on
who
short
it was.
notice.
She was stepping in against everybody.
Mhm.
So she went through like a 6-month period where she fought 3 times, and fighting those 3 women back to back is crazy without preparation, often stepping in at short notice. And she got starched in every single one of those fights and in different ways. But since then she took a little bit of a break, and then she fought Mackenzie Dern, and she absolutely exposed Mackenzie Dern. Like, she fucked her up. And like comparatively, if you look at what Mariana's been doing, she's kind of traded wins and losses. Mariana's a weird one. I know you say that Andrade is weird, but Mariana's kind of had a weird one as well, because like she beat Yan Jonan, she beat Mackenzie Dern, but then she lost to Vanderoba and got absolutely flatlined by Lemos, like put out horribly, which is not a shameful loss. But I think the Jandaroba one,
Yeah.
I like Jandaroba, but like it's not the best. Like the way she lost as well, she lost pretty dominantly. But what really stood out to me about those fights, and Jack said this a little bit earlier, her takedown defense is virtually non-existent. And when she gets taken down, she's got like zero ability to get up. She's literally on her back and she does fuck all. She doesn't strike, she literally just flops around. I was genuinely shocked that she made it this far, being that shit and that easy to take down. And what I like about this as well is like Jessica's taken 6 months off since she flatlined Mackenzie Dern, like beat the fuck out of her. And I think that whenever Andrade does this, she tends to come back and do quite well. And she gives herself a little bit of time. She's done quite well. And she's had loads and loads of fights. She's only 32 years old. She's had so many fights in the UFC. So I think what she's going to do in this one, I think she's going to look to close the distance quite quickly. I think she's going to take Rodriguez down, and I think she's going to batter her on the ground. And I think what's significant about this one as well, she's fighting at strawweight. I think she is way better at strawweight than she is at flyweight, because she has that power advantage down at, and she's small. I know she's very muscular, but she is a little person. She's like what, 5'1"?
Yeah, she's 5'1".
So if she's done she knows this is a fight that she needs to win. She's had several losses. All she has to do is look at any tape of Rodriguez in the last few and see that there's a very clear path to taking her down and smashing her. I do think it's a risky pick because we know that Andrade does blow hot and cold. And I don't think she's very technical. I think she often uses just... I'm not saying she's a horrible striker or anything like that, but she's not that technical. She mostly uses her power to impose her will. Also, Mariana being 36 now, I think that's going to start to show a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take Andrade, and I think she's going to finish her. I'm with CJ. I think she's going to either batter her on the ground or catch her with an overhand. Maybe a little bit later on in the fight, because Mariana's not completely, I don't think she's that easy to finish. But I think Andrade's going to get it done that way. I think she's going to smash her out.
Not a bad pick, but I also think that if Jessica does use her takedowns, we're going to get a fence grab. Mariana's going to grab the fence.
Does she do that?
Definitely. She's known for that.
There's going to be a fence.
She's done it a few times.
And you can't really blame her, because she doesn't really have the best defense, takedown or getting up.
No.
So like that's the last line of defense for her. She's gonna be flailing and just grab it. She might grab the ref. If the ref is there, she might grab him.
Pull his trousers down.
Anything.
That'd be great.
For real.
I'm always down for
She's
it.
cute.
Who?
Who?
Jessica?
Yes. No,
Jessica's quite cute.
Marina.
She's quite cutie, just because she's small.
I don't feel like
She's short. She's shorter, but I think she's more solid than Marina. Marina's super slender.
she is.
That's why I was like, I think, yeah. So that's what it is. But Jessica also, she just looks more tough. I guess that might be the husband side that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, she's
Dude,
had
I don't know if y'all knew this, but like in the MMA Twitter was kind of talking about this, but yeah, she had an OnlyFans.
Jessica?
Yeah, there was. A
I
lot
can
of, like,
see that.
belts covering up certain areas and whatnot.
I don't want to see that.
You got to see her with long hair. I think that's what it is.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna show you later. I'm gonna put my phone in your face. Look, like no,
No, I'll be honest,
she's really pretty actually.
Like I did see an image of her with her belt coverings, and I literally felt my dick crawling right back up into my body. It had like the opposite effect of what it was probably supposed to. Is that yeah? That's just it. Maybe I shouldn't
the
say things
natural
like
reaction.
this in public, but it just is what it is.
It's
and
the
that's
natural
exactly what
reaction.
happened. Yeah, it was upsetting. I
Inverted.
was scarred for a few months after that. I didn't go near anyone at home. I'll put it that way for a while. I had no motivation.
Oh
The
man,
inverted erection. Yeah.
that's
Inverted
disgusting.
erection problem. Yeah.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Oh man.
To get that image into your mind. Let that percolate. All
We're
right.
sorry, Women's MMA. We appreciate you.
Oh,
Please remember to like and subscribe.
oh man. How do these things come to me?
I don't know.
There's something wrong
So,
with me.
like, what possessed you to say these things?
I don't know.